So colleagues, students, friends, academic staff, professional staff, it's been a hell of a 2016. It's been an incredibly difficult year. But as of yesterday, we've officially completed the academic year. The examinations were completed. Our lectures were completed at least 4 weeks earlier. And it is amazing that we brought this 2016 academic year to a close. Obviously, we will have deferred exams in the form of a second sitting in December and January. But our responsibilities to bring this academic year to a close is now at an end. And I really want to thank every single one of you. We would never have been able to do this without each and every one of you acting beyond the call of duty. To students who went to class despite all of the challenges, to parents and donors who provided us with support, to academic staff who work beyond the call of duty, even under very difficult conditions. And many have had to adjust their holidays, their academic programs, their research time to make this happen. So I want to thank each and every member of this university community for going beyond the call of duty to ensure the 2016 academic year is completed. And it has happened under very, very onerous conditions. I do know that it was very trying for many people. I do know that people are still recovering from the difficulties of the year. But we did get there. And I want to thank each and every one of you for having done so. We've also had some fantastic successes in 2016. Much of the news in the headlines was all about the protests. But what was forgotten is how much had been achieved in 2016 by Wits University. We've gone up in the rankings. You know I'm skeptical about rankings. But effectively in every one of the rankings, we have done incredibly well. We've moved to number one in the Shanghai rankings. Our research output has phenomenally increased, I think 41% since 2012. Our postgraduate students have increased by over 2,500. And our plans to become a research-intensive university are increasingly being consolidated. Our throughput is up. We started 3 new MOOCs, open online courses that are now available on the edX platform, and we've done really well. We've offered new online short courses, and we're working towards an e-degree. Wits' technology footprint has also increased. The IBM Research Lab was launched in August. We also launched officially Tsimolagong, and that is doing very well, which is an innovation hub. We're working towards, and tomorrow we worked with the Nelson Mandela Children's Trust to launch the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital. All of these are incredible achievements. On the transformation front, we put 45 million into the appointment of new academics, the vast majority of black and women academics. We've looked at a new language policy. We're engaging in curriculum reform. And there has been a whole processes of institutional naming. Senate House has been renamed to Solomon Mashlango House. We've got the Sabukwe building. And there has been a significant amount of transformation initiatives that are underway. Now, obviously, it's not enough. And there's much more to be done. But it is worthwhile noting that there has been enormous successes this year. And those successes must be recognized. And we need to build on those successes so that we can have future successes as well. Many people who accuse us of not doing transformation. But if you look at the mechanics of the number of people promoted, of the number of people that have been appointed, at our statistics around people who have been enrolled, the Wits Vice-Chancellor's Fund for quintile 1 and 2 students, the reservation of 20% of seats for rural students in medical school and 20% of seats for quintile 1 and 2, all of those are fundamentally transformative measures, and it's worth noting them. All of our challenges are not resolved. We entered 2016 with the matter of fees must fall not being resolved. There are still enormous challenges in that regard, and I assume in the coming weeks we will try and find a political solution to that challenge. It can't be done simply by Wits. It has to be done by government, and it has to be done system-wide. But we are working towards a national convention led by our Chancellor, Tekhan Moseneke, around the issue of finding a solution on the financing of higher education. If that is successful, then we will enter the 2017 academic year in a far stronger position. Overall, my message is that Wits has achieved much, despite the fact that it was a challenging year. The headlines might not capture the great advances that we've been made on the research front, on the teaching front, on the technology front, on the financial front, on the transformation front. But effectively, we've made major advances on our strategic goal. Do challenges exist? Yes. And we will need to address those challenges in the months and years ahead. But we would never have been able to achieve these successes, and we would have never been able to complete this academic year had it not been for the enormous contribution of each and every member of this university community. And my heartfelt thanks to every one of you for having done everything you can and for working beyond the call of duty. In December is a time for rest. Some of you will be celebrating Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. But all of you, I wish you a wonderful holiday season. May you relax, may you reinvigorate yourselves, and may we return to 2017 refreshed for the challenges of the new year.